This is another Crafty Sausage video, and today we are here with the 8th episode of our Secret Sunday series here. And this is our final episode, actually. When I started this series, I wasn't super sure exactly how long it would run for, but I knew it would be pretty short, and unfortunately, this is our last one here. So, in the last episode, we are in the modern house here. We made this music disc detecting door here, which goes down into our secret aquarium here. As you can see, all sorts of turtles and fish and squid and guardians and all sorts of creatures in here. We've got some frogs and stuff up here. Anyways, let's go to this episode's secret door. So this one is going to be a little bit different to most, and in that way, we are going to need a lava pit to hide this one in here. Let's see here. Let's change this area up a little bit here, so that way it's good enough to put a door in. So I changed up the lava lake a little bit here. I made this little entranceway here, this little path that sort of goes along the edge here. I sort of wanted to make it somewhat safe because you don't want to have to risk falling into lava every time you want to go into your secret area here. But first things first, our activation is actually going to be right under this lava pit, and you guys don't have to do this, but it will make it a lot easier for me to show you guys how to do this in the video. So I am going to dry out all of this lava by doing this. Okay, so now that we have this completely dried out here, this door is actually going to involve using a creaking to detect a player looking at a certain spot to open the door. So I am going to turn this area here, right in here, under our lava pit. This will all be under our lava pit into glass. So let me mine this whole area out. Okay, so we are going to be building this from the bottom up. So we are going to need a hole 1 block under the surface of the lava, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks deep here. And then we're just going to place a block right in the center here and a torch off to the side of it and a pressure plate on here. And then we're going to go 3 blocks up on all of the sides here with glass blocks, and this is what is going to contain our creaking. And then we're just going to put some more glass right over the top here, so that way it will be seen even if you look at it from through the lava. So it looks like this torch actually needs to be 1 more block over. So our 1 block under our pressure plate here, after we've broken this torch, we place a piece of redstone right under it, and then connected to that, we place another block right here, and then we place a torch on that. So that way it looks like this. And then we place another block right here, and then another torch on that, and then 1 more block, and then another torch on that right there. And that gets us pretty much up to the door, as you can see. So then we sort of just have to wire this around the back here to our door. So we can go ahead and just do a normal 2 block tall piston door right here and go ahead and wire that up. Okay, so I just wired that right up from this torch. You can see it winds up around here, and you can't really see because it's too dark, but it goes right into the back of the 2 pistons there. So if we go ahead and patch up our hole here and go on into our door here, we need a way out. So let's go ahead and put a button in here. Okay, I have chosen a button here so we can mine out around the back of this. Now for this, we are going to need to take somewhere in a corner of your redstone, place a repeater here, and then we're going to need another block right at that, and then a sticky piston right over here. And then we're just going to need to take some wiring here, some redstone, and put it right up to the back, to the block right behind the button. So when you press the button, it should open it, as you can see there. Now, we don't actually want it like this because this will only close the door when you hit the button. So we want it in the reverse, actually. So we are going to redo this a little bit here. And all we need to do is put a redstone torch in here, and it should work. Okay, let's test it out. So when I press this button, it should retract and then re-extend. And if we go ahead and put our creaking in here, and of course we need some water. So let's go ahead and place two things of water right there. And then we can go ahead and find our creaking. Let's see, where is he? There he is. We can go ahead and place him in. And there he goes. Oh, he's floating the whole way to the top. Gosh, no, we need you down there. No, stop. Oh gosh, okay, we might have to take the water out and then put the water back in. Okay, so now that we have our door working, we can go ahead and fill our lava back up here. Okay, the lava is all filled up, so now if we go up to our door here, look in this direction, the door should open. Okay, and then we leave, and the door should close here in a second. Okay, there we go, the door's closed. Okay, so since this is our last episode, I feel like we need a bit of a bigger, more special secret room this episode. So let's go ahead and let's make a treasure room. Why not? And let's make it pretty big. Okay, I have finished the final secret room, the treasure room. So let's go ahead in. So, as you can see, I didn't really do much with this area here, and that was sort of on purpose, but we have a very long, dark ladder, and I guess maybe theoretically you could trap this ladder. If we get down to the bottom here, you can see we have our treasure room here. So you can see this is the gold rooms over here. You see we have all of our gold areas here. And then you can see we have our totem of undying here. We should turn this guy. There we go. Now he's facing the right way. So if we go on over to this side, we have our emerald room here with all of our emeralds in their cages. And we have the dragon egg because, I mean, there's not really any good treasure or anything that's green in Minecraft. So let's go ahead and keep going down our dark hallway here. And let's go to the diamond room, as you can see here. And what? How did this get here? What has happened here? There we go. We got rid of that. That was sort of awkward. Yep, we have a heavy core right here. And then if we go on over to our amethyst room in here, we have an enchanting table because they're pretty valuable. Okay, well, I think that is about it for our series here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some nice cinematic shots of everything we have gotten done.